Okay, welcome to stage 13 of Ghost Babel. I'm remaking this tutorial because I've come up with a more consistent approach for stage 13 luck. It's still not 100% consistent. I don't think that's going to be a possibility in this stage, but it's a bit faster and generally better overall. This is the last stage, and this isn't much of a boss fight. It's just a set of dice rolls, basically. So, general overview, Viper is going to be running out the clock. He's not really going to be fighting us. Every time we hit him, he's going to flash us and then spawn in some place. When this text pops up, the IGT is still ticking. Because of that, you want to get the auto scroll going by just pressing B on JP, because the Japanese version is the fastest version due to this stage. English sometimes has like multi-pages, which is quite annoying. So JP is the fastest slightly compared to the other versions of the game because of this stage. So Viper can spawn in various locations. Can spawn up here, spawn down here, spawn I think around here, spawn over here, spawn here, down there, up here by this crate. There's a lot of places he can go. Depending on Snake's position, and I think it really is his position, but we can use the camera to our advantage as well to see spawns. That will deny him from spawning in certain locations. And Viper actually can spawn in multiple locations, the same location multiple times, which I learned recently, because you can get really goofy luck potentially with this new method, and it can work to your advantage. But again, it's all dice rolls at the end of the day. What you're gonna get, even if you deny spawns, you can't really guarantee that anything's gonna work. So that's just the nature of this stage. We're just trying to get for average, consistent results. You can use any weapon to your advantage here. Mines, in theory, could be interesting, since you could position a mine so that he immediately gets hit, but you have to spend the time to drop the mine rather than moving around and hitting him. The grenades are okay, very situational, I would say, because you can, for instance, sometimes you'll get a pattern where Viper's running like this. So you could like throw a grenade like that. You can throw them over any crate. So like after stage 12, you could pick up grenades. After you defeat Metal Gear and you run out of grenades, go pick up another pack and get 4 and use them for this fight. Viper's only really going to attack you if you stand right up in his face. And then I'll do that wave AoE. 3 hits on normal. 2 hits on very hard. I'm guessing hard is also 2 hits, but don't quote me on that. And easy, I believe, is like 4. But you shouldn't be getting hit that many times. We're trying not to be in his face, but sometimes you might be, depending on his position and you trying to turn a corner to hit him. So that's the general overview of this fight. First thing you're going to do is you're going to go down, left, then down. So you see right there, if you're paying very close attention, I've rewinded a little bit, you can see him spawn here. In this position, you can see him spawn here. You can be a little bit further left, and then you'll see like just this edge of his model, these 2 brown pixels. But even here, this works. So the benefit of standing right here is we see this. We can actually already see where he's spawning. If we don't see him spawn, I'll show that later, but we'll go down left instead to try to deny those spots. So this text pops up. What we're gonna do here is, I know how he's gonna move. He's gonna always just run around this crate, which just so you can see one more time, This is his pattern. He'll just run around in a big circle. Depending on where you're positioned, he will change pattern. He can also just like run around in a circle potentially, just over and over again. But generally speaking, he just runs in a big counterclockwise circle. So we got this pattern again. So I'm gonna like, my goal is to try to get both this crate and that crate in view. So like this, while I'm waiting for him to move around. That way I can see both positions and deny them, or if he spawns at either of them, if you're far enough left, you'll already be able to move back. Now, I didn't see him spawn over there, so we're gonna go over here, and we got this pattern. So, unlike the right side where you can shoot him when he's not in view, here you have to. So that bullet literally went right through him. It was only when he turned that I could actually hit him. I don't know why, but for some reason the left side is not like the right side. It's very strange, but so even though, see, he's not taking a shot. He should have taken a shot. He's turning towards me. So you have to get him at least partially in view to be able to hit him here. And I pause buffer when I approach this spot. Pause buffering is just generally really useful in this fight because you can judge what movement you should take and what you should do in relation to him, because it's fairly easy to miss your shot depending on his position and movement pattern and all that, where you are in relation to that, etc. So then after I let him flash here, I stand about here-ish so I can try to deny these two spots. If you're standing more to the right here, this spot can give you really good results, this square right here. He can spawn really close and just approach you very quickly. So like the TAS or a really optimized individual level run of this would exploit this spot, but the problem is you know, you have more sides on the dice, or the die, so to speak, because you may get the 1 and 6 or the 2 and 6, but you might get the 4 and 6. Whereas if you're standing more over here and you can see these spots, you're denying 2 of them, and generally you're going to get, well, you're just going to get better results or more consistent results since you're just heading right, and you're probably going to get him getting, you're probably going to have him going wide around the top right or wide around the bottom right. So skip the dialogue. You can just gamble that he's turning. See, he is. You may not have that many bullets on full game, so if you don't want to gamble like that, just approach. The chances are he's going to be over there. And again, like, pay very close attention to these two edges, because there's a chance he'll spawn here. And if he spawns up top, there's 2 different patterns he'll give. He can go like this, or he can go like this. And you'll know pretty quickly after you come over here and you pause. If you don't see him come down, then he's definitely going the other way, and then you just turn and shoot. Again, there's just a lot of different situations in this fight. So this is really good luck, obviously, because he spawned right below me. But, oh, there he is. This is why I like to pause buffer, and I got the same dang pattern. So I think there might be another spawn up there, I'm not sure. Yeah, and there's still work to be done with this fight, but this is a better approach than my older tutorial, so I wanted to remake it. Deny, go back, boom. nothing. Pop. So that should be like a, yeah. You want to hopefully get a 40. If things go really well, you'll get a 40. A little bit of mistake, you get a little higher than a 40. If things go really poorly and get screwed by luck, you'll probably get more like a 45. If you got super lucky, you'll get sub 40. But you're generally going to get a low 40 or a 40, ideally. If I'm going to show a few scenarios. So if at the start of the fight you get this pattern, which is why I go as deep as I do to try to see if he's coming down this way. You don't want to shoot like this. He's just going to circle away. You got to go like that. So be aware of that. Oh, I saw his shadow, so I know he's coming this way. You can shoot around corners. There's some fancy corner shots you can go for in this fight. Or the grenades, as I mentioned previously. So here, again, I just know, just time out my shot appropriately. It's honestly not that complicated. The complication comes from bad luck. Let's see, I could see that he's in that position, and he's not coming this way, so I know he's coming like that. And by this way, I mean the right side. So you could shoot like that if you see him like this, or wait until he turns like that and shoot him. Either way works. So this position, see, I can see that he's spawning there. This is why I stand over here, and then boom. That's really good luck. And sometimes he will spawn again down below, but look at this. You know, potentially you could get a loop on this side. It's just hard to like guarantee that it's gonna happen, but you could loop him as he's going that way, and it's very fast. You basically can hit him like every few seconds, couple seconds, but you should try to bank on the more widely available spots. But that's why we are now positioning ourselves so that we can see these spawns as we go to the right, or excuse me, the left. And we're positioning ourselves as far left as possible when we're going to the left. That way, if we do deny those spawns and we don't see them, we're already closer to Viper on the other side. So that's the basic overview of this fight. I'll do one without pausing or anything, just to show off general approach. I still think there's still some work to be done on this fight, particularly the task. I think the task could get like under 30, something really absurd. Would not surprise me. So I didn't get those spawns. Stand right here, wait. There he is. Back and forth. I'm rewinding. I said I wasn't going to rewind. I lied. But even that position I could adjust. It's fine. Boom. So this is a pretty generic fight. Like, we're just going back and forth. See, you can hit him pretty early while he's going on that crate. On the final shot, you should be spamming to get as early as possible. So that's a very generic fight, just running back and forth, and I'm still getting a 40. Still getting a 40, which is quite good. So that's Viper. It's a frustrating fight. It's another splash of luck at the end of this run that could swing your pace a little bit, but you shouldn't get much more than a 45. If you had like really horrendous luck, then it could be like closer to 50. but you'd have to have really bad luck where you're getting the same bad spawn over and over again that you cannot deny and you can't really see easily. Hopefully you don't get that. Thanks for watching.